About a month ago, I did a video or so talking about, if you're going to tease or hint at romance, why not follow through on it? And I still stick by that. I still stick by what I said there, but after watching I Love KP a Lot's video on Flash Century, as well as her video about Rainbow Dash, I think the one question anybody should be taking away from this is, why even do it? Why even tease any romance at all? Or even, okay, let me put it this way. Why involve love interest if you're not going to follow through on it? Why give a character a love interest if you're not going to do anything? If you're not going to do a follow-up? True, you might say, well, Equestria Girls, according to Megan McCarthy, is canon to The Friendship is Magic, and thus you have a follow-up there in the Rainbow Rocks with Twilight and Flash Century. Yeah. Here's the deal, though. That Flash Century is a human, not a pony. And mainly, he's been used as I think KP said it best, a tool for being a love interest. And that's what the question is. Why have love interest for the characters if you're not going to do anything with them? I mean, I can understand why people still support Spike and Rarity, as do I, because it's probably the most realistic possibility in the show. Because when you take a look, despite how you view it, whether you're for it or you're not, you have to admit that their friendship, aka semi-relationship, whatever you want to call it, has been the more established. Like, if anything was to happen to officially make them a pairing or have them come to an understanding that they need to pursue others, even though they'll still have a place in their heart for each other, it'd be more accepted, it'd be more sympathetic, it'd be more real, it'd be more like we can relatable in a sense. It'd be in that area. Be more relatable, if you will. But here's the thing. Relatable or not, people are still more receptive of that pairing than any other pairing. I mean, anytime they try to give Rarity a one-time love interest in Tenderfoot, or try to do it with Prince Blueblood, boy, did that turn out disastrous. Or even try to ship her with Fancy Pants, who, by the way, I think has a love interest. I can't think of her name right now. Possibly a wife, or what have you. Or even in the case, tease something between her and Capper in the movie, which obviously doesn't really go anywhere, but we'll have to find out. The point is, when it comes to Rarity and Spike, and I don't want to harp on this any longer than I should, it's the more acceptive of any kind of possible love interest and romance that the show is going to offer. I mean, you can do your Big Macs and Sugar Bells and follow through on that. That's pretty much a given if they're going to keep going with that, the direction they're going to head in. You can do your Cadences and Shining Armors. You can do your Mr. and Mrs. Cakes. You can do all that. And that's fine. You can tease in the comics, or at least hint at the comics, that Celestia is in love with an alternate universe's King Sombra, which is a surprise. You can do all that. And that's cool with the fans. But if you're not going to fully dedicate and follow up on possible love interest for the main six, at least indicate that this is who they could possibly end up with, then why even tease a love interest for them? Why even give them one for one time only? It's like, what's the point? Again, getting back to Spike and Rarity, and I don't want to harp on it any more than I should, the reason people accept it more so than any other possibility for Rarity or Spike it's the more established, it's more relatable, and if ever they decide to go in that direction of either yay or nay, it'll be more realistic. It'll be more accepted depending on what decision they go with. Because here's the thing. If you're going to tease Flash Century, human or pony, as a love interest of Twilight, then you need to follow up on it. You need to follow up on it. If you're going to tease something between Rainbow Dash and Soren, and this is probably most notable when she tries to act like Rarity and flirt with him a little bit in Newbie Dash. If you're going to do that, then why don't you try following up on it? You know that she has a crush on him. You know she's kind of attracted to him, and maybe vice versa. Why not follow up on that? Here's another. Pinkie Pie and cheese sandwich. Some people said that's pretty much a given, right? Well, if you're going to tease anything between them, especially at the end, leaving the door wide open for people to be like, oh, I want to see where they go from here, then why not do a follow-up? I'm just saying. Applejack. Applejack has had a love interest, interested in her, in Tenderfoot. So if you're going to have Tenderfoot make an appearance again, probably as a possible love interest for Applejack down the line, why not follow up on it? If you're going to bring Tenderhoof back, follow up on it. You know what I'm saying? Fluttershy. Everybody's pretty much assuming her and Discord are going to be an item no matter what. Okay, fine. So why not follow up on that and make it official? The point I'm getting at is when I ask the question, why give the main six a one-time love interest if you're not going to follow up on it? If there's no follow-up, why do it? I mean, okay, I can understand it's to open the door to the imagination. It's for you to interpret on your own, what could be. And believe me, a lot of fans have done that. But the point is, if fans are going to do it, then why don't you, Hasbro, DHX Media, Megan McCarthy, Jason Teresen, M.A. Larson, John Haber, Christine and Joanne, the Lady Writers, why don't you guys follow up on it as well? Don't just tease it, follow up on it. You know what I'm saying? Follow up on it. Do something. You know what I'm saying? Do something to where at least you still are acknowledging that there's something there. There's just nothing official yet, unless you decide it. The point is you need to follow up. You don't need to keep teasing time after time after time after time after time. You need to follow up on it, and you need to follow up on it in a major way. Let me put it to you like this. Any other show, original, adaptation, whatever, whenever they tease there's an attraction between two characters, sooner or later they follow up on it and they make a decision to go yay or nay on whether or not that pairing or that ship becomes official or not. They usually make a decision. They don't keep teasing it, flirting with it, hinting at it. Sooner or later they realize they got to come up with a decision and go from there. Family Matters was a good example. From the very beginning, in certain moments throughout, they've always teased something between Laura and Steve. And what happened? All the ups and downs, all the moments, finally led to her choosing Steve. Finally seeing that Steve was the knight in shining armor she always needed. There's always been those moments. iCarly, one of Nickelodeon's biggest shows, even if not popular, teased it, hinted at it, dedicated an episode to see possibly how fans would accept it, and then guess what? They made it happen, officially towards the end. Kim Possible, which I Love KP is obviously a fan of. They teased it, they hinted at it, They did an episode, what could be, but that was more of a emotion sickness, love potion kind of deal, you name it. And then finally, we get to Sow the Drama, which is supposed to be the finale. Turns out it was just a bridging gap between seasons. And at the end of that, and throughout season 4, they finally got Kim and Ron together. They stopped teasing, they followed up, and made it official. The point is, a time is going to come when Megan, M.A. Larson, Jason, Josh, and the lady writers, Christine and Joanne, are going to have to either decide yay or nay on these teasings, on these shippings, on these teases of possible potential love interest. They're going to have to make that decision. Because they know if they end the series tomorrow, people are still going to want to know. They're going to still want questions. Or they're still going to want answers to those questions. So they need to make that decision right sooner than later, I should say, about how they're going to handle this. Because you know what? If they don't, it shows all they were doing was teasing and trolling the fans. You don't tease and troll the fans with something like this if you're not going to do anything about it. And if you're going to just troll and tease the fans, like I said, why even give the main 6 potential love interests? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. So if I'm the creative staff at DHX Media, Hasbro, point is, I would follow up on this. I would follow up somehow with Century and Twilight if you plan to do that. I'd follow up on Sora and Dash. I'd follow up on Applejack Tenderfoot if you're going in that direction. I'd follow up on Fluttershy, Discord. I'd follow up on Pinkie Pie and Cheese Sandwich if you're doing that. And I damn sure would follow up on Spike and Rarity and whether or not they're going to be together or you're going to give them to other characters. I would at least follow up. I would stop teasing. I would get it done. If I don't get it done and I just keep it unanswered, why even do it? Why even do it? But that's all I'm going to say, folks. Again, why give the main 6 potential love interest if there's not going to be a follow-up? Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. I'm out.